5 plus 7 over 2, right? That is the midpoint formula. Right, so in this case, we're given two endpoints, negative 2315 and positive 222. Those are 2 points that I'm given, okay? And in order to get an x-bar, because these two endpoints are equidistant from the mean, okay? Those are equidistant from the mean. So in order to get my mean, I'm going to add these 2 points together and divide by 2. So I have negative 2315.9720 plus 222.7538. And then divide by 2. That is my x-bar. That is my x-bar. So my x-bar is negative 2315.9720 plus 222.7538 equals it over 2. So this is my x-bar. Negative 1046.6091. That is my x-bar. And that makes sense, right? And that makes sense. My x-bar must be a negative number, right? Because my positive point is just 200. However, my lower end point is negative 2000. Right? So if I add these two endpoints together and divide by 2, I have to have a negative average. Right? So it makes sense. Right? So now, well, the reason why I pointed out this question is because we have a couple of ways to find x-bar. But I will say this is the best way because we won't spend a lot of time just a couple of seconds. Question 2. Question 2b, what is my sigma? So sigma means population. Population standard deviation. It's not population variance, it's population standard deviation. And by using so what is the confidence interval formula for x bar for mu question?
X bar
Plus minus.
Z alpha divided by
All right, awesome. So by plus and minus, we call this part margin of error. Why we have a margin of error is because when we're using the sample average to estimate the population average, our result cannot be that accurate, right? It must have some error. So we call this part as margin of error. Right? So we don't have to use these 2 endpoints. But personally, I prefer the larger ones, which is my upper endpoint. So x bar plus z times sigma over square root n should be equal to 222.7538. You can choose either point, okay, to create your equation. But I prefer the positive point, which is the upper end point here. My x bar is negative 1046.6091. I am asked to find the sigma. Sigma is what I'm looking for. My n is 14. All right, so the only thing that I'm not given here is this guy. It's the z guy. Is the z. If I can figure out what my z is and plug it in, I can solve this equation for sigma, right? Now, what is my z? What is my z? For a 94% confidence interval. 94% in the middle, right? What is the probability for my two tails? 3%, right? I add the probability in the middle to my lower tail, which is 3%. 94% plus 3%, I got 97%. So the probability from my upper end point all the way to the left is 97%, right? 97%. I have 94% in the middle, 3% on each tail. So the probability from my upper point all the way to the left is 97%, which is 0.97. All right, so now what is the z-value that has a probability of 0.97? 0.97 is right here, 1.88. My z-value for this guy is 1.88. Now, I have everything except my sigma. So I solve this equation. I solve this equation for sigma. Negative 1,046.6091 plus 1.88 times sigma over square root 14 equals 222. 7538. 7538. Now solve this for sigma. Usually we will get a 2,000 or 3,000 is fine. We will get a large standard deviation. Yes, sir. 0.97 on the z-tail. Because the sigma is given. Right? Sigma, we assume this population variance is known. Right? We assume the population variance is known. Any question for question 2?